Hey there everybody! As promised, this past Saturday we went to Saint-Nazaire. To give you an idea of where that is, here's a map of France, here's Nantes, where we live, and here is Saint-Nazaire. We left our house at about 8:30 in a tour bus with some students from a French school called Honorice. It's a school for engineering and veterinary studies. We were in the bus for about an hour, talking with each other, and their English is all pretty good, and most of our French is pretty bad. So most of us talked in English, and there were a lot of hand signals and other such things trying to get communication going. When we finally got to Saint-Nazaire, we first visited a Nazi submarine base that was built during World War II. This sub base is pretty much ginormous. It's got a 30-foot thick concrete ceiling. Basically that was made so that it would be impenetrable from bombing. Inside the sub base was a post-World War II French submarine called the Espadon, which we could go inside and look around in. That was really neat. It's actually kind of surprising. Looking from the top, it doesn't seem like it's that big inside. And while it is cramped inside, it seemed like there was more room than I thought there would be. These red lights would be on during nighttime. They would have white lights on during the day, so that the sailors inside the submarine could still keep kind of the night and day rhythm that they would normally have, even though they were underwater. Dive! On our way out of Saint-Nazaire, we stopped at the beach to eat lunch.
Oh, no.
Lunchtime. This is a blockhouse built by the Germans several miles out of Saint-Nazaire. Its function was to serve as a spotting tower for two guns that were this size. These guns could fire 22 kilometers, and they protected this area of ocean right here. And to the left is the strait to Saint-Nazaire. And they built this to keep Allied ships from attacking Saint-Nazaire, where they had the sub base. To give you an idea of how far the guns could shoot, that lighthouse right there is 10 kilometers offshore, so the guns could fire twice that far. When the blockhouse was originally built, it was disguised by painting windows on the sides and giving it a wooden roof. So it originally looked a little more like this. This made it impossible for Allied fighters or bombers to tell that there was a blockhouse there, so it remained safe through the war. Right on the coast where the blockhouse was a bunch of rocky shore, which reminded me a lot of Maine. So we spent a good half hour crawling around on the rocks and generally looking like tourists with all of our cameras. While out on the rocks, we found the new cast for a reboot of the Lost series. The last stop we made was at a town called Guerande, which is one of the last remaining walled medieval cities. As you can see, here's the outside wall, and we could walk along parts of the outside wall, and that was really neat to see. Inside the city was all older buildings, including this cathedral. The interesting thing was people just live in the town like anywhere else, although I guess there's a lot more tourists here than most other places. Here's some sea salt that the Guerande area is famous for. Apparently it's pretty expensive. While talking with some of the French students, we found out that just like in America, French people have tongue twisters as well. And here's one of them.
Un chasseur sachant chasser doit savoir chasser sans son chien. Ouais. Les chaussettes de l'archiduchesse sont-elles séchoirs si sèches?
So that was this past weekend, and this next weekend we're going to Paris. Life is so hard. So I'll be sure to keep you updated on that. Till next time, and as always, feel free to ask me any questions or send me emails or Well, I guess you can't call me, so bye.